Hi, this is Kim Sutton, and I want to talk about one of my favorite math topics, and that's the teaching of place value. With the new Common Core standards, there's more emphasis than ever on how to teach place value as one of those concepts that is so strong in developing number sense with children. I spent 6 years of my life writing a book that I'm quite proud of. It's called Place Value with Pizzaz. It covers every elementary grade level because it talks about how you develop the teaching of understanding for the concept of place value. One of the big concepts that has to be developed in place value is the idea that students see a picture of place value. I never taught for a district where we were given base 10 blocks. So I looked around for a cheap alternative to base 10 blocks. I found 5-mesh plastic canvas, and in 5-mesh plastic canvas you can model ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. In my book Place Value with Pizzaz, one of the strategies I talk about is that children need to see place value in 3 forms. Number 1, they need to see a picture of place value. I never taught with the expensive base 10 blocks. We just never had them. So I looked around for an inexpensive alternative to that. With 5-mesh plastic canvas, I can cut that sheet into ones, tens, hundreds, and even show thousands. So when students come in from recess or any natural transition time in the classroom, I'm going to make a picture of place value. They're going to see ones, they're going to see tens, they're going to see hundreds. Remember, teachers, that a kindergartner doesn't need to see the tens or the hundreds. They can just see a picture of ones. One of the ways that I do this with students is shown in the book. So right now we have a picture of place value. We have ones, tens, and hundreds. So the students are constantly making a number assessment. How many ones, how many tens, how many hundreds. And I don't always make them in the same uniform pattern. The other product that I use a lot in my classroom as a visual with students goes along with the Place Value with Pizzaz book, and it's called my aerobic place value cards. I call these aerobic place value cards. They think it's a PE game as opposed to a math activity, but this is one of the routines that I use to practice place value 3 times a week with students. These cards are passed out to the students in my class. They see a picture. The children who have the cards that show the meaning of that picture come up in front. So they're running up. We call it aerobic place value. They think it's a game. The cards show the abstract meaning of that picture. It shows that we have 9 ones, 3 tens, which makes 30, and 1 100. Now, mathematicians are lazy people. We don't want to write the number 100 plus 30 plus 9. So we slide the cards together to show that number in the form that we write it, which is the standardized form. So students see the picture, they see the abstract meaning, then they see the total abstraction. This 3-step process is fundamental to my book. In the Place Value with Pizzaz book, the students see the picture, they see the cards that make the abstract meaning, which is the expanded form of the number, they slide the cards together, and they show the standardized form of the number. My problem with that is I only have 3 students participating in this process. I want them all involved. A fundamental tool with the Place Value with Pizzaz book is to make the place value pockets. And if you've been to a workshop with me, you know these place value pockets are used throughout the day with me. I believe in this tool as an over and over. So we build it with the students. They use it throughout all the games and activities that are in this book. So the front part of the book is filled with games, activities, strategies for teaching rounding practice, lots of skills that go along with understanding place value. One of the most important parts of the book are the place value clues. In this book, there are 150 of my place value clues. This is a higher level thinking activity because students will see a clue. They have to build a number in their place value pocket that satisfies that clue. I'm not doing any pencil and paper here. They're building the number and I'm assessing, did they follow the clue? So you might put up a clue like the number is less than 150. The children in your class are going to build a number that is less than 150. Every time I give them another clue, they are able to refine their place value pocket number to satisfy the clue. So our second clue is 100% of the digits are odd. What's 100% mean, class? Well, it means all. That's a simple way to introduce that concept. A fraction clue. 2/3 of the digits are the same digit. What does 2/3 mean? In this context, you're looking at fractions of a set. That means 2 of 3 digits. So my students know by that clue it's a 3-digit number because my 1 whole would be 3 equal parts of what I'm calling 1 whole. So the more information I reveal to students, a polygon clue. The digit in the ones place is the number of sides on a heptagon, which is also called a septagon. So hepta, septa would mean a 7-sided polygon. So now we know the digit that's in the ones place. The more information that is revealed, the more higher level thinking will take place in your classroom. Here's a clue that's on every standardized test. The difference between. So that clue is asking children to compare the tens place and the ones place. The difference between those digits is 6. So if we know what's in the ones place and we know that the difference with that digit and the digit in the tens place is 6, what do we know has to be in the tens place? Well, it would have to be, let's see, 7, difference of 6. That would mean that that digit in the tens place is a 1. So the more information that we expose, the more opportunity students have for doing the mathematics. If you look at all of this information together, adjusting your number every time a clue is revealed, students will arrive at the number being 117. I like these because it's not a quick answer. It's not a quick fix. They have to think about the information and adjust the numbers. Now, the clues start off very simple and they get more complex. Let's look at a more complex problem. I give the clue the number is between 3,000 and 8,000. They show me their number in their place value pocket. Now, if a child were building a number and they showed me this number, does that number fall within the range of 3,000 to 8,000? Yeah. So now I have a number to start with. What do I know about the number? Well, if it falls in that range, it has to be a 4-digit number. So let's work it and see what information we get from each clue. The number's odd. Is my number odd? Absolutely. So I really don't have to adjust. But if a child had placed this digit card, would they have an adjustment to make? Yeah, that makes a number that is even. So they'd have an adjustment to make. The next clue, definitely a higher level thinking clue. 75% of the digits are odd. Now, if 100% means all, 75%, think about a dollar. A dollar is made up of 4 quarters. 75 cents. That's 3 of 4 equal parts of what I'm calling a whole. So 75% is the same as the fraction 3/4. So we know something about what's in the ones place. We know it's odd, but we now know that 3 of the 4 digits are odd. So the more information that's revealed, the more refinement students do following these place value clues. I find students really thinking about the information as I give them a clue. They can also adjust their number in their place value pocket. Here's another one of those difference clues. The difference between the digit in the hundreds place and the tens place is 0. What's that tell you? Well, think about the previous clue. 2 of the digits are the same. If you're talking about the same 2 digits, what's the difference between them? So you now know what's in the hundreds place and the tens place has to be the same digit. The only even digit is in the thousands place. Well, that's interesting information. The digit in the hundreds place is half the digit in the thousands place. That's asking them to think algebraically. So the more information that I reveal, the more adjusting students do. If you've been with me before, you know that I do awful lot with the digital root of a number, and that's actually explained in the place value book because it is a place value skill. The number that satisfies all those clues is 6,339. You will find that the place value with Pizzaz book is filled with motivating ideas so that students really understand the numbers they're writing. You're going to have games, activities, strategies, worksheets, all kinds of things that make the teaching in place value much more exciting. This isn't a textbook. This is filled with ideas to enhance what's in your textbook. Most textbooks have between 2 and 7 pages on place value. That's not enough. Children need repeated experiences, thinking about the number and what it means, what those symbols that they write so frequently really mean. You're going to love the place value with Pizzaz book. It's filled with ideas. Until next time, this is Kim Sutton.